Here we go. We'll start from here, and then I'll just go back a little bit. Um, let's get back to it. Okay, so so pretty much, once you do all of that and you have everything ready with all this stuff, you're going to have your owner's name. So they already have that occupied there, which doesn't show up on the listing. Okay, they just need to have that for MLS purposes. Okay. Then GSMLS.com. Yes, we're going to put that. And all of that. So now we're going to hit submit. Okay. Now, once we hit submit, this is going to go right to the MLS, and then they're going to ask you, they're also going to go back through some of these pages and see if you have anything required. See, like this. So this is a single family. No. And no. Okay. And all you're going to do is go back to where you have those exclamation points and make sure that you hit all of this stuff. So let's say approximate. Let's say it's a contemporary. No basement. Roof description is usually asphalt shingle, unless they have something else, but most people have asphalt shingle. Garage spaces, all of that stuff. Parking driveway. Let's just put anything. Additional parking. Okay, cool. Exterior, right? Is it log, stone, wood, brick, composition, shingle, metal siding? Most places have siding, so we'll go with metal siding unless it's a wood exterior. Right? Dimensions. What did I miss in here? Ah, the fireplace. Where is it located? That would be a good. So let's say it's in the family room. Utilities. All right. Fuel type is gas, is natural gas, majority of the time. All right. Let's go with built-in garage. See, and all you want to do is make sure all those exclamation points are gone. Then you know you're ready, okay? Then you're just going to hit submit, and after you hit submit, it's going to load this. Then it's going to ask you to add your pictures. I'm not going to hit submit because then this actually is going to go into the MLS and probably get listed, which I cannot do because I don't have contracts to list this home or anything else like that, and I don't want to get in trouble. So that's basically how you would put in a listing. And then it's going to populate right here. And then anytime you need to come back and edit anything, you're just going to click the box that it's in, click edit, and then it's going to take you to your listing to add any other additional information. If you wanted to add pictures or whatever you wanted to do, okay? Where you're just going to go here to get started to add your listing. Remember to go to residential, whatever it is. It's going to take you to this page. It's going to ask you all about the listing, right? Once you put in the information of where the actual listing is, it's going to populate to go into the rest of these pages here. And then you'll be able to get started. Okay? Any questions about listings?
Where is the pictures? No, where do you add pictures?
The
Photo.
pictures come in after you add all of this. Once you
Okay.
submit this,
Uh-huh.
then it's going to ask you about media. Then it's going to ask you about what pictures you want to upload.
Oh, okay. Got
But
it.
you're going to do all this first. Then it asks you about pictures afterwards.
And do we need to pay anything for each listing?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions about this? Are we all good?
I'm good.
Good. Cool. Okay. So let's go back to their main page. So remember how you get into it, agent management, view add listing, add listing. You can also see your active inventory. You can see your under contracts or your temporarily withdrawals and things like that if anything happens. You can also see your productivity. If you were to start a listing and you didn't finish it, you can also save it and come back to it later. So this would be your incomplete inventory. This is your total inventory, meaning like all the listings that you've done, right? On GSMLS. I've only done 2 on GSMLS so far. All my other ones are on CJMLS. But it'll show you all time. So you can always come back here and see what you did, right? which is pretty cool. So let's get into the search feature, okay? So we can do an advanced search or quick search. They're mostly typically about the same, same situation where you can look for residential, multifamily, land, commercial, business, rental. Not sure what XPY is. I haven't looked into that, or tax documents as well. So let's do a residential search, which you can always change here as well. Multiple property types. That's what that means. Okay. Look at that. I learned something new today too. So, how we're going to look for a residential. We're going to check what we're looking for. We're looking for coming soons and actives. What county are we looking in? Choose which counties you're looking for. I'm going to look in Mercer, Middlesex, and Somerset. We already chose the status. You can choose by town. I usually just look, if you're looking for a specific town, you can also do this. I just usually just look in the actual counties and just narrow it down that way. Any town codes, you know, that's hard to, town code is like this number that's here, right? That 21 or 20 or 27, but you don't have to worry about it either. If you have a requirement for a basement, you could put that here as well. The bedrooms you're looking for, let's say we're looking for a 2-bedroom to 4-bedroom, 2-bath to 4-bath. List price is, yes, about 500,000, okay? And we don't have to do everything that's here, okay? Not everything, just the red stuff, okay? And then we're gonna hit search. And then this is what's gonna pop up, all the homes. Pretty simple, right? Not too hard. Then you can also change the view. So you're gonna go to view, hit gallery view, and then you can see them this way so that you can also see the pictures and it's easier for you to search through them and figure it out this way as well, okay? The other thing you can do is if you wanted to send all these to your client, you're gonna click this, you're gonna hit email, put your client's email address in, CC if you need to CC anyone. You can copy yourself on it. You can send yourself a red receipt once they open it. Make sure it's always HTML. Put your subject here. If you wanted to add a message, hey, here are those properties I was going to send you, whichever. You can also send them a CIS from here if you needed to. You can also send a lead paint disclosure if you needed to as well from here. And you're always going to make sure it says client full. This way they get the full MLS listing where it looks with all the information, all the pictures, and everything they would need to know. Okay, and then you're gonna
Lawrence,
hit.
I need to find out, maybe the land paint disclosure, if it is the most updated form. I saw one that it was dated February 24. That it was a provided, or I think that it was created by NJR or one of those. It looks really, really good compared to others that I've seen before. I mean, it was very, very complete.
Right. So it's because they released a new lead-based paint disclosure that also includes rentals. That's why it's a different one now. So the old one was just basically just for listings. But now it's rewritten to also add rentals in there as well. So it looks a lot different than the one that was being used before. So that newer one we're supposed to be using at all times now, not the older one. But I believe that's all already uploaded for us in DocuSign. I think they did that last week or the week before. Cool. Okay. Close that. So that's basically how you would send your email. Now, another thing you can do is, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, you can also you can also print these if you wanted to send out like a flyer or something that you wanted to actually give to your clients. You can also make this into a flyer and you can print this out however you would like. Let's see what that would look like. See? And this is
The
what it would
flyers,
look
the
like.
flyers that they came out, they come out really good.
What was that?
The flyers that they create, the
Yeah.
format of the flyer is really good.
Right. So this would be the flyer that you would give to your client. It's pretty nice. They have the pictures here. They have the information about the actual listing, stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't see that.
You cannot see that.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see my screen?
No.
Oh, that's because it's a pop-up. Hold on, let me show you. Where is it? There we go. Can you guys see this?
Okay.
Yes, we
Yeah.
see it. Can you
Okay.
show, can you do it again from the top? How to do the flyer or from the,
Yeah. Back to the other page. Okay, you guys can see my screen?
yes.
So all you're doing is you're going to highlight whichever listing that you want to see, and you're
Uh-huh.
going to go to View Print. And it's going to see Flyer Multi-Photo, and you're just going to hit Print or View.
Okay,
Once you
okay.
view it, it's going to pop up to the other page that you guys can't see that I just showed you a second ago.
Can we also email it? Is it the same way as emailing it to the client?
So what you can do with this is you can view it, you can download it, right? If you wanted to email this to them specifically. So you would just go to your print settings and you would I guess download it as a PDF file.
Oh, okay, so we can't email it directly from GSMLS.
Right, no.
Okay.
Or can you? Let me double check.
Because what I've been doing, I've been email, just the client forward to my client. But if I could do the flyers directly from GSMLS, that'd be
Yeah, well,
easier.
the other thing is you won't necessarily have to email them this flyer. You want to email them the full listing, one of these.
All right, that's what
Right.
I've been doing. But
Yeah,
I like
so
the
that's
I like the flyer option too.
yeah, the flyer is cool too, but that's better to be given. This information that's on the actual listing, this has everything. So, for example, the flyer isn't showing them all of this,
Right.
right?
Uh,
It's not showing them all of this, right? It's
okay.
not telling them, if there's any like extra additional agent remarks like, oh, the seller isn't they're only willing to go well, no, they want to occupy the home for an extra 30, 40 days, stuff like that. Like any real agent remarks you're not going to really see. And it also doesn't tell them you don't get to see like it's a couple things you don't get to see on there. But for the most part, it's really good because it's very informational and just gives them an overview of what the actual listing has and things like that. So not bad. Okay. Now, the other thing is, so are we all good with searching?
Yes.
Everyone good with searching? We all good with that?
Yes.
Okay. The other thing is that you can do is once you find like a bunch of listings that you want to keep for your client, you're going to go to cart and you're going to add them to a cart. Okay. So this is how you would make a new cart. So these are all the carts that I have open right now. And if I wanted to make a new cart, I would go to this little icon here and I would create a new cart, whatever my client's name is. Spelled his name wrong. So that would be, and now once I do that, right, and I go back to cart because Alfredo's name is here, I can add to Alfredo. It's going to ask me if I want to empty the cart first. Yes. So now Alfredo's cart, which I can view the cart as well, has 111 listings on it, right? The good thing about doing it this way when you have a cart is that when you email your clients listings, it helps you keep track of what you sent them already, right? So this way you're not double sending them listings or you're not looking at the same home twice and sending that to them as well, okay? And you can also just go over here and you can delete whatever cart that you have. Okay? Everyone cool with this? Cart grabbing?
I'm cool with the car. I do have questions. So, for example, let's use Alfredo, for example. You have a car for Alfredo. Now, any new listings that comes on, for example, yesterday or today, is that going to automatically update to his car or that's something manual? So essentially what I'm asking is there a way we can set up within
Set up an
GSMLS?
auto email?
Yeah, like whenever.
Yes, that's the question I was waiting for somebody to ask me. Yes, there is a way to set up an auto email, which I will show you how to do. Let's enter, no, it's in search. Let's go, oops, multifamily, that's okay. See this?
Okay, auto email, okay.
That's all you're gonna do, right? You're gonna have your search, whatever you're gonna put here, and then you're gonna click auto email. It's gonna ask you for the person's name. We're still using Alfredo. Thanks for being a great example for us. I'm gonna hit next step.
I charge.
Now you can either have, if you already have contacts that are in the MLS that you already have set up, you can use one of them. Or if this is a new contact, you're just gonna hit add contact, and you're gonna add all their information here. So I'll just use me. Right? Any email addresses, use preferred defaults, include public open house. I always put yes. Right? This way they get notified when there's an open house for any of the listings. Okay. Then we're gonna hit next step. Oh, I can't have duplicate email addresses, I guess. Okay. Oh, I could just do this. There we go. Okay, one email address. Now it's going to take me to where I'm going to hit activation. That means this is active, okay? It means it's ready to go. So the frequency, how often do I want my clients to receive an email from me? Do I want them to get one daily, weekly, every 2 weeks, or monthly? So if it depends on the aggression of your client, right? Are they actively looking? Do they need notifications every day for listings, right? Are they really that active? Or are they kind of active, right? Can I send them maybe one email a week that has this week's listings and call it a day? Or am I just trying to stay top of mind with them while they figure it out? And, I'll send them a couple emails a month. Or, are they thinking of buying sometime next year or the year after? And I can just send them, an email a month just with the areas that they told me they were interested in, and they can just keep track and see, how they want to, when they want to buy. So let's do a daily. So daily is going to give you, every time a new listing comes on the market, your clients are going to receive an email for it, right? So this is for your super active clients that are wanting and looking to buy right now, okay? So you can always send yourself a red receipt and copy yourself as well. This way, that number one, your emails are actually going out, and number two, when your emails are actually going out, which will allow you to follow up with your client and say, hey, I just sent you an email. Let me know what you think of the properties. Or, hey, did you get a chance to look at that email I sent you? What do you think of those properties? Okay. And then we're going to put a subject here. So let's put list of properties. List of properties there. If you wanted to create a message, you can do that here. A subsequent message, add your signature. Right? And what we're sending them. Which one of these am I sending them that I want them to get all the information from?
Client full.
Client full.
Client full. Absolutely. We're going to hit client full, and then we're going to save. Okay? Now this is based off of the search profile that I already put together, right? So
The results, right?
right, right. This is based off of let me go back so I can see what I mean. It's based off of this. So whatever search information I put here, that's what my auto email is going to, is what it's based off of. Okay. So if I'm looking for, if my client's looking in a specific town, then I'm going to put that specific town here that they're interested in moving into, right? I'm going to put, you know, whatever amount of bathrooms they're looking for, bedrooms, all that stuff. Then I'm going to hit auto email setup. Okay. Everyone follow that step?
Yes.
Okay. So once you put in all your search criteria, whatever it is that you want your clients to get, then you're going to hit auto email setup and you're going to set them up on the auto email. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, then it takes you right back to here where you're going to just do all that stuff again. Basically, everybody you just added and all that stuff like that. Okay. You can also add multiple email addresses too. Let's say you have like a husband and wife, or, you know, you know, a family or something like that, where everyone wants to see the new listings. You can also add them their additional emails here as well. Okay. Everyone good with this? Yes. Cool.
Yes.
Cool. So let's get into my most favorite feature on GSMLS, which is called Remine, which you guys can't see right now. Hang on, let me log in and I'll share my screen. This is by far my favorite real estate tool to use, mainly because you can do so much from here. Okay. So on your first homepage, when you come right in, is going to give you some property notifications. These are properties that I was actually like looking at, right, for expireds and things like that. So I can see that one of them is status is now from active to withdrawn. So which means I can click this. It's going to bring up that listing, right? It's also going to bring up the person's name. It's going to show me exactly where it is. I can then look and see who the agent was. They were a KW agent. Okay. This is withdrawn.
We can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't see my screen?
We can only see the Remine screen now when you clicked on it.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, it does like pop-ups for like the other screens. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So, after I click that, when I first got onto Remine, it's going to take me here. This is your daily page. Right, so I can see one of the listings I was watching turned from active to withdrawn. So once I click that, it's going to take me to the actual listing page where it was. Okay, and it's going to tell me all about it. I can see the agent. So this was a KW agent. It's currently withdrawn. They have 42% equity in their home. Their listing price was 102. Well, 1,020,000, I should say. Their actual value was 898,000. So that's a big, big gap there. But this is an estimated value. Okay, this is not market value or anything else like that. This is just the estimation that Remine got from doing their own comparables and things like that. We can see the home is occupied and it's currently not on market. Okay. So what I can also see if I go down here is I can hopefully find some contact information. This is what we're looking for. There is no contact information here. So then we move on to our next one. Okay. And we keep doing that. So let's take you to the search page so we can show you how we do things on Remine. So Remine is a great tool if you're doing some research on some properties, or if you're doing some lead generating, Remine is a great place to come to do some cold calling and to find expired withdrawn listings, okay? Because this is the only tool that you can go on and possibly find contact information for clients, okay? Or potential clients, I
Lawrence,
should say.
and that is based on what GMLS is offering, because
Right.
this Remine feeds out of GMLS, not out of certain Jersey. So, you know, this is a partial information, but it's still pretty good.
Well, I would say GSMLS covers more of the state than CJMLS. So you end up getting a lot more, like a lot more listings in a lot more areas than you would. Like, for example, if you were to go on CJMLS Remine, you can't really see anything down here. Like this part of New Jersey, you don't see anything. They don't have any information about all these, see all these areas? CJMLS doesn't have this, but GSMLS does. They give you more of the state, basically, because they are in so many different areas.
Yeah, they fit better, but
Right.
it will also be, you know, the Remine will be also based on that particular MLS.
Right. It's based on the particular MLS that you're using it from. Okay. So if we're doing a search, right, and we're going to be searching by property value. Let's say you're looking for a specific property value of home. I know we're all like looking for anything, right? But we have to be a little bit more specific. So let's say we're looking for the $250,000 to $500,000 range. We want to make sure they have a home equity of that much, of $250,000 to $500,000. Okay. I didn't hit apply. Make sure you hit apply. Ownership time. What was that? Okay. So we're also gonna hit depending on how long they've owned their home. Typically, most people are ready to sell when they're about 10 to 15 years into owning their home. Some people wait a little bit longer. So we can also see 15 to 20 years and 20 years plus if we needed to, but we'll stick with 10 to 15 years for now. Okay. We're looking for something with a high sell score. So the sell score is determined by Remine, who does a who basically does like a report that suggests a certain amount of equity plus a certain amount of ownership time plus a certain amount of home value would give someone a higher possibility to sell as opposed to someone else with a lower a lower equity and things like that. So Remine has a system that they use where we can find someone who may be more likely to sell, who's kind of likely to sell, or is probably not willing to sell at all. Okay, so we're going to look for a high sell score. We can also search for absentee owners from here as well. So this can be in-state, out of state, if they're owner occupied or if they're owned by a corporation. Okay. So let's look for absentee owners that are out of state, because typically those are the ones that most of the time want to get rid of that additional property that they're not using, or if they just want to just finally cash out on that equity that they have. So we're going to hit apply there. Okay. Now we've got all the way down to 19 results. Now this is all over the place. Okay. We want to find a specific area. So let's see what's in our area. So we have 2 of those that fit the specific criteria of what we're looking for, okay? Which we can expand to add more. So let's say we want to add more property value because we want to get a little bit more than that. Let's up the ownership time a little bit, add more people there. And let's add more, see if we can get more. There we go, we added one more.
You should be able to get more if you put 20 plus, right?
If I say that again?
20 plus.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, but I'm just doing this for just to go through it, right? So now we're at 67. Good number. So I live in Princeton, so I'm going to focus on Princeton. So now I have 5 in Princeton that I can call, right? So let's look at this one. This was owned for 22.1 years. Has 62% equity. Okay, no occupants. It's an absentee owner. They live in South Dakota. Okay, they bought this in 2002 for $407,000. Their current value is almost double that. And let's see if we can get some, yes, contact information. So, anyone want to tell me what this means?
Do not contact.
Do not
Do
contact.
not, do not contact. Absolutely. If you see that, you are not allowed to contact this person by phone. But what else do you see here?
Email.
Email.
Email. Does the email have a DNC on it?
No.
No. So I can email this person and just say, hey, person, I see that your home, that you are an absentee owner. I just wanted to know if it would be okay if I sent you a CMA to let you know what your current home value is. That's it. Quick email, right? Let's check the other person. See if they have a number. Ooh, we have a number to call. We also have another email address, right? So I can email both of these people and I can also call this number. Okay? This is something that you guys can do every day on Remine. Okay? Which is setting up your email campaigns and your follow-up plans. And then you can also do cold calling from here as well. Okay? This is one of those great lead generation tools that a lot of people just aren't too familiar with. But I love using Remine. It's one of those great tools. Okay? It can also do a bunch of other stuff, but we won't get into all that today. I'll save that for another training because it gets very extensive. Okay? So does any of you guys have any questions about what we went over today?
No, no question in particular.
Very good session, Lawrence. I really
Very good
liked it.
session.
Learned a lot of stuff today.
Appreciate it, Lawrence. I had to
Yeah.
leave out for a quick minute, but I hopped back
Thank you.
in.
No problem.
The only question that I have, Lawrence, is where can we get this recording? The Zoom
I'm
recording.
gonna upload this on our YouTube channel, and I'll put the
Thank you.
link. I'll put the link for it in our chat.
Thank you.
Okay, and you guys can go back on. You can look at this stuff and hopefully get some more insight and some more information from it. So cool. I'm glad you guys all joined me today. I really appreciate you guys coming on, and I'm glad you guys are really absorbing the information I'm giving. So yeah, let's all get to work, huh?
All right. Thank you. I really appreciate this lecture. Thank you so much, sir.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
again.
You're welcome. Thanks, Alfredo.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Okay.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.